The only way to top Linda's performance is to change the genre, I think. My name is Andrew McGee, and for the last 35 years I've been a materials scientist here at Penn. And for 30 of those I've been writing light verse, songs and song lyrics. Some people may say I've had 1 year's experience repeated 30 times, because that's what it seems like. But about a year and a half ago, I decided to publish a book of some of what I thought were my better poems. And it's self-published because I don't think any respecting publisher would actually handle it. So it's called In the Footsteps of the Bard being Robert Burns. So I'm going to read you a few poems from this, different types of poems. First one was written one day at lunchtime, sitting on the bench outside the Dean of Engineering's office down at Town Building. Whene'er to dream, I am inclined. Whene'er to dream I am inclined, I lie beneath a limb, as a gentle breeze wafts through the trees and the flickering sun grows dim. My eyes then close in deep repose, my slumbers grow more tranquil. My chest it heaves as each worry leaves, to yield a peace for which I'm thankful. This is the time, that moment sublime, when unconscious thoughts take over. So I gladly go along with the flow, as at first in a cloud they hover. Then, quick as a wink, before one can blink, I'm there, quite immersed deep within it. The dream, it is real, yes, that's how I feel, for it's live and right up to the minute. Its panoply is so rich that sometimes I twitch, be the dream of adventure or love. My body responds, but the dream it absconds. As I wake, it has flown like the dove. But fond memories linger, as from toe tip to finger. I'm filled with a warm, fuzzy feeling. That's why I can't wait to return to that state, and why dreaming is now so appealing. That's it. Another one was written off at a conference in Santa Cruz. Went for a walk one morning before the conference started, early in the morning, around 7:30. And started writing a poem out on the pier. It's called Morning Glory. With silent sentinel seagulls staked along the wharf's rail guard, they sagely stand and contemplate as the sun bursts o'er the hard. The harbour seals are frolicking, both singly and in packs. Their honking fills the airwaves while they lounge upon their backs. The pigeons too are nibbling around wharf stores for food. As October chill the air it fills, yes, life tastes pretty good. At 7:30 in the morning, I stand out here alone. The breakers in the distance I hear with senses honed. Now a jogger makes his turn around the end of this old pier, disappearing in the distance as the call of work draws near. Some yachts are at their moorings, with all aboard asleep. Safe harbour they have found here from the terrors of the deep. The honking's getting louder. It must be feeding time. I think it's pretty clear to all who leads that life sublime. But I must make my way now, straight back to whence I came. I can no longer dawdle, it's just a crying shame. Time crept so swift upon me, I hear duty's silent yell. Get back to that old conference at the Santa Cruz Hotel. Afar the palms are swaying, flags flap, waves gently heave, to stay but one more minute, and perhaps I'd never leave. Okay, another one. Written, a friend invited us out to a winter solstice party back in 2001. And this is called the winter solstice. The solstice soon will be upon us. Cold winter's icy blast draws near. Our hearts will soon be drawn from us. Our heat will soon be drawn from us. Then nose will drip and eye will tear. The dreaded season lies before us. The chill will penetrate our bones. No succour will there then be for us, till we've passed March's ides or nones. The snow will drift all round about us, plugging drains and causing floods. One ray of hope, though, shines before us, luxuriant baths with soapy suds. Long hours of darkness are upon us, but growing shorter every day, and if we do not let them bore us, December quickly turns to May. Insulation, though, will save us around our homes and in our clothes. Warm and cuddly it will keep us from the worst of winter's woes. Now that the longest night's upon us, it seems that no one here has erred, for we'll put winter's ghost behind us as we party hearty at Shea Laird. Okay, a little change of pace. Our esteemed leader, John Shea, back in, again, 2001, came in and told us he'd seen a play down at the Wilma Theatre and that we should be very careful because it was full of nudity. So I wrote a little on a report on nudity in a play. Oh, John, you make me wonder why your prudish side comes out. You've been a man for many years and know what it's about. The male and female forms are such one cannot but admire. They'll lead to very pleasant thoughts and poetry inspire. Methinks perhaps that mentally you feel you may have sinned, but nothing's further from the truth. You're simply too thin-skinned. Yeah. Okay. Another example, a letter to my tax accountant. I write letters to my tax accountant, my doctor, and people like that. Dear Steve, I thank you for doing my taxes, for with you in charge, my mind now relaxes, as I know that when April 15th comes around, my return in the mail is sure to be found. And if any IRS questions arises, then you will go there to answer surprises. There is one slight problem that I have perceived, which arose when your invoice today I received. It seems that a 30% increase in fee has just been assessed, somewhat arbitrarily, since the work you performed was no less nor no more than that which you did for me just 1 year before. If this rate continues, I'll soon be depressed if I end up paying you more than I pay the IRS. Okay. Here's a poem written for a couple at Penn. This was written back in 1983. I think it's self-explanatory. It's called Skinny Linny and Mighty Mike. Skinny Linny and Mighty Mike got together one fine night. Their action there, we know not what, but Skinny Linny now is not. This gives us so much satisfaction. We're billing it as our coming attraction. For time alone has done the tellin', as Skinny Linny became swellin' Helen. And Mighty Mike now sports a grin from ear to ear between nose and chin. For pretty soon the world will see their latest Englishman to be, and Mike will get the greatest thrill if it turns out to be a girl. At this stage Linny does not care, though we think she'd like a son and heir, but both, hopefully, will maybe be satisfied with a healthy baby. If not next week, then soon another, our Linny will become a mother. So we're gathered here this afternoon to wish them well and hope that soon their progeny will issue forth as culmination of their troth. Then we'll wait for Mighty Mike to whinny upon the return of his Skinny Linny. Okay, how are we doing for time, John? You keep me straight here. I don't want to overdo it. Well, let's jump to the 7 deadly sins. L is for lust. To have her I must. G is for gluttony. A chop thick and muttony. P is for pride. I'm the best person inside. A is for anger. In a trice I would hang her. S is for sloth. Let it dribble down the cloth. E is for envy. I want to be you with a frenzy. And C is to covet. If it's yours, I would love it. Another change of pace. An unnatural act. Practitioners of this ancient art are scattered far and wide, and when the deed's accomplished, they swell with inner pride. For though the act's unnatural, most do it every day, respecting neither race nor creed, men do it anyway. Some do it in the evening, some do it late at night. Yes, every day they do it, until the feeling's right. For as they came to manhood, the need suddenly appeared to grab the nearest razor and shave that stubbly beard. I think I'll finish off by just saying that I'm actually working on another book which is different. It combines two genres. It combines cooking and poetry. It's called Recipes and Rhyme. So I've got about 70 or so recipes that I put to rhyme. This is an example of one I wrote about 10 years ago when I first started that. It's called Shortbread. Take a pound of softened butter and put it in a bowl. Add 1 cup of sugar and 4 cups of flour whole. Then meld them all together. Either do it with a fork, or if you can afford it, use a beater. It's less work. When the mix is uniform, spread it on a cookie sheet, which has been lightly buttered. Prevent sticking where they meet. Then preheat an oven to 325 degrees. Insert tray for 45 minutes. It's just as easy as you please. Now, as soon as you remove it, mark it off in 1-inch squares. Then sprinkle them with sugar. Use your finest silverwares. And if you have remembered to add a little love, when it cools, you will have shortbread sent from heaven above. Thank you.